Hey everyone, it's Veiled Shot back at another video, and we're back on the main account, and I just wanted to give you all a couple of the strategies that I've been using in my Void Tower climb. I've also recorded several of the runs and taken some of them from my streams and put them in the video so you can check out some of the more difficult stages like 40, 36, I think it was 36, maybe it was another stage, but a bunch of floors that I've done and some people were requested. I will have a ton of the other floors because I'm not quite at 100 yet. We stopped at 87 because that's when my stream ended and I haven't gone back and did it, but we have about 5 days left as recording this video until Void Tower actually is over. So I figured I'd give it to you all a couple days because I know some of you are going for those last minute pushes and you're just not quite sure how to beat it. So we're going to jump into some of the compositions, how Void Tower work, and some of the spells that I use, and of course the runs like I mentioned. So if you enjoy this content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and first thing is we have to diagnose these rune marks. So previous Void Tower, it was a completely different strategy because tank comps were viable. In this one, once the enemies get below 50% HP, they increase the damage dealt by 50%. So they deal a ton of damage, and oftentimes you can hardly live a couple of attacks. And then the other mark here is at the beginning of each turn, the enemy gains 1 stack of Battle Spirit. Now, Battle Spirit actually does a percentage, 3% of your max HP in damage. So these characters will eventually be hitting you for 30, 40, or 30, 39, and then eventually like 90% of your HP every single time they hit in true damage. So you can't really run those tankier comps like Charles, Hackred, because you literally will just get one shot in true damage. So it's not possible to run. So you really have a maximum of 7-8 rounds from what I've found in my experience, and I'll show you some of those runs here, in order to beat Void Tower, some of these stages. It's really difficult to go above that. There are some cases which I'll show you where I have gone above that, but it is difficult. And honestly, if you're running a standard comp, you honestly probably will only get 4 to 5 turns because these enemies will come back and hit you when they're under 50% HP for your entire health bar, because the characters that we're going to be running, which I will show you the characters that I've been running, are very squishy. So first suggestion is really just a burst comp. However you're going to get that burst comp done, and I'll show you some of the units I have been using recently, but you really just want to go through and burst out the waves. So Windstrex is a great example. Now a lot of you don't have Windstrex, so there's actually a rare here. I believe he's a wood rare. Let me just check. Oh, I do not have him. Let's go check out the index here. So this character is a interesting one because I think it's a water here. Okay, so it's actually water character. This character is a little interesting because it's like a mini Windstrex. They give attack up and speed up. They don't give speed up 2, but they give speed up 1. So if you're only using Windstrex for the speed up and you don't have the speed on your units, you can literally just drop this guy in with pure speed gear and have him just get that speed up. It won't help you too much later on in the later stages because at that point you probably will need the speed on your characters if you're not running Windstrex. But if you don't have Windstrex and you're stuck on some of those early stages, Shield Guard Orc is going to be a perfect replacement for you for a little while. So Windstrex is a great example. Some other characters that people have been using in Void Tower, Brand is another great one. We can just check the tower report here if you're curious, some strategies and such. Brand's a great one. Brand's almost used in every one of these comps. Windstrex, you can see a combination of the two. And then we just have a bunch of damage dealers. Ciara, Cyrus, Nathalia, Evra, Valyria, all the big hitters. So now that we know that most of the comps consists of damage dealers plus supports, I just want to go over a general strategy on how to build your own Void Tower comp. The first thing is you're going to want an attack buffer / extra support. Most of the best ones are Connor, Brand, Windstrex. Brand inches out most of the other characters by a little bit, and then actually by quite a bit because of the attack up too. And then Windstrex is really solid and can actually be better than Brand in some cases if you want to reset ultimate on Nathalia, on another character, on Lunar Melisa, or whatever it is. And then you're going to want to run another support or a triple damage dealer. So tends to be, you know, one of the other characters that can amplify or CC the enemies. And then you're going to want to run the rest of your characters as damage dealers. Sometimes you're going to run 3 damage dealers, sometimes you're going to run 2. Zatluk sometimes comes in as my 3rd damage dealer here. Cyrus, a couple other ones. I'm going to go over all those in just a second. And then we have the spells. The first one I highly recommend for a lot of you is Agile Leap. I think a lot of people don't understand how the spell works, or they don't understand the value in this spell. So you could use it for a couple different scenarios. The first scenario is, and this is the scenario I use it most often, is you can actually use it on this own character. So let's say it's Windstrex's turn. You can use it on Windstrex to give her an extra cooldown reduction, essentially. And I use this a lot because Windstruck's ultimate is 4-turn cooldown, and then she has a passive that can reduce her cooldown by 1, which gets it down to a 2-turn cooldown, and then you can go through the wave, which reduces it to 1, and then you can use Agile Leap, and it's ult back up again for the boss fight, which is really, really useful. The second way you could use it is perhaps going and just swapping your character. Let's say you have a character that's in the bottom of the turn order. You don't want to use the ultimate for Windstrikes, and they're not fast enough to clear the waves yet. So the waves are going to kill you before the character goes. You can just swap it over to a Zatlux and a Thalia or whatever it is to clear out the waves. And then the third way you can use it is actually to a character that has already gone in the turn order. So let's say Ciara is last, which she is in this case. She can swap that turn over to Nathalia to give her a bonus turn, essentially, 2 turns in 1 round. Instead of Ciara getting a turn and Nathalia getting a turn, you can have Nathalia get 2 turns. So those are the 3 uses of Agile Leap. Super amazing spell. Defense down, Sundering Purgatory here is super, super useful. You're not going to do nearly as much damage as you would without it. Pretty simplistic spell there. Some of the other options I have are Rage. I sometimes use this in place of Agile Leap if I don't need it. And Water Prison. Water Prison is amazing. You can stun characters in this iteration of Void Tower. And I'll just show the spell here. And also removing positive effects comes in really, really, really handy for Dark and Cloud stages, or even Cloud stages when they have that invincibility, or sorry, unkillable, rather, when they actually get down to 1% HP. Water Prison comes in super handy. Also, you could stun, so it's also very handy for that purpose as well. So those are the spells. Let's go ahead and jump into some of my units. So what have I been using personally? Well, I've been using Nathalia myself. I have Ciara, and I actually double potioned Ciara because I didn't have too many legendaries. I was willing to put those potions in. And I'll just go ahead and quickly show the gear. I'm actually not running an Avarice set on Ciara, so that might be interesting for you all to know. We have 4,600 attack, 257% crit damage, and then we have, let's just see here, for our Nathalia, 99% crit rate, 261% crit damage, and almost 4k attack. Again, we're running a curse set, as I've said in previous videos, on our Nathalia, and some of the gear hasn't actually been fully upgraded, so we can absolutely make some improvements. And then another character I've been using quite often is actually Cyrus, which you'll see later. She doesn't have gear on her. The characters that do have gear are Ciara, Nathalia, Zatlux, and then I swap their gear around to some other characters as I'm going through. Zatlux, as I mentioned, is another one I've been using. Just a bunch of damage dealers here. Oh, we're crashing. 1 second. So here is Zatlux gear. We just have a couple warrior sets on him, and he's got max crit rate, 292% crit damage, and 4.7k attack. He's got one of my better sets, and I use him because he's been farming for me in campaign. So I swapped that gear set around to Ciara, to Nathalia, to Cyrus. A couple of other interesting ones that I have been using. One of them is William. I use him quite a bit. 17.5k HP with 2500 defense, decent speed. It doesn't really matter how much speed he has because Windstrikes buffs him up anyways. 88% focus, really, really solid. And then we actually have been using Lunar Melissa has been a core part of my team. She's an absolutely amazing character. She's in just a bunch of random gear. I'd love a revival set on her, but I wasn't able to get it. But she's got 115% focus here, 163 speed, and then just some tankier stats. This AoE taunt here is absolutely amazing. Definitely worth building Lunar Melissa for Void Tower. And then a couple of other surprising ones. Well, I guess not too surprising. I've been a super big fan of Tia. I built out Tia for this. I actually just put her in a bunch of solid damage gear because you want to burst through it. So getting her a little bit extra damage while also getting those freezes, which increase your other character's damage, is actually amazing. She got 158 speed, almost max crit rate, 227% crit damage, and then 60%, almost 60% focus. This focus is a little low. I would have liked it a little higher, but it has been working out for Void Tower for me so far. Again, I have to run the runs a couple of times to get the proper freezes anyways. And then the last one, which could be a little bit surprising for you all, is actually Aurak. Now, I think Lunar Melissa, or Melissa, regular Melissa actually works as well because Melissa just does so much damage. But Aurak has been an absolute amazing character for some of the super, super heavy wood stages. Specifically with Mythasia, I've had some couple stages where it's like 3 wood characters, 4 wood characters, and it's like Mythasia, and I need someone to get through it, and Cyrus just isn't not enough. And so I've been using Aurak in a couple of the stages, which he is just amazing, especially for that max HP on Mythasia. So Just a bunch of damage dealers, as you could see, a couple of supports. There's a bunch of other characters you could use. As I said, Valyria and Evra are the two prime candidates for some amazing damage dealers. I have neither of those on this account, which is a little unfortunate, but if you do have those, Urian is also an amazing one. Just any damage dealer that does a ton of damage is going to be really, really excellent. Some of the supports, as I mentioned, Tia, William, Lunar Melisa, those types of characters are going to be amazing. Winstrex, Brand, all those characters to give you more damage, more time to survive, and can replace some of the stats. The reason why Winstrex is so good in this slot is because you don't need to run speed boots, as well as some other factors. But you don't need to run speed boots on your damage dealers, and so you could still go first without that. It's just an amazing, amazing character, and a bunch of other supports are amazing. So that's pretty much the general strategy on how you're going to beat Void Tower here. I showed you my stats, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the runs I've taken from my stream, and some of them I've actually recorded. I am going to leave timestamps in the description down below to each of the stages that I'm going to be completing. And if you want to check out each one, let me just go ahead and check out the description down below. I'm sorry for some of the audio clips. Some of them got a little distorted because I couldn't re-record them one time clear. So hopefully you enjoy some of the clips, and let me know if it helps. And if you want to see any further clips after 87, let me know, and I will try to record as far as I can go. We might be able to beat 100. We might not. I'm not 100% sure yet. Will depend. It'll most likely depend on how much time I have to spend on Void Tower. So let's go ahead and jump into some of those clips. All right, let's do 36 here. That's my favorite idea. It's like, you should suffer because I had to suffer through that part of the game, instead of being like, ah, yes, you received help and you made that game more fun. Right? Like, that's what the perspective should be, not, ah, you didn't suffer through it as I did. But whatever. Okay. All right. I should have used Agile Leap, but it should work fine here. To be honest. Well, maybe we should have Agile Leap before. We'll see. Alright, let's do this. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna have enough damage with Ciara here. Oh. Okay. Guess it's over. We played that terribly. We still won pretty much without issue, I think. So. Alright, we're just gonna finish this off here. Yeah, that was like no issue. Let's see here. We have double water heroes, so this might actually end up being trouble. But we'll see. This is exactly why I wanted the Thalia re here from Nash Comp, so that she can get the Force Atlas. Ooh, oh, we barely hit that mark. So the Thasia skills are not going to be up here, so we should be able to kill Brand here. We have 150%. Joseph's next, then Deja, and then do we try to one-shot Nathalia here? I think we do. Try to one-shot Nathalia. Still work. Not close. And pretty good damage there, to be honest. It's over. Pretty simple. If we had a William that could have gone really solid as well, we could have put the defense down. I don't even think we needed Ciara, but that worked. No problems. Alright, so we're on 50 here. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat this first try. I don't think we should have any trouble again, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Clean. This is going to get harder on the later stages, though, because our Zatlux isn't going to be able to one-shot the waves. But this shouldn't, this shouldn't, be troubling. Not this stage, at least. Our Nathalia is pretty much a positive affinity. Then we can just stun Abra, and it's pretty much over already. Ooh, we crit the Abra too. There we go. Not bad at all. So stage 60, water prison, defense down. Let's try that. Because I don't think we need agile leap here if we get lucky. We need Athalia to crit a majority of this wave though. So she kind of needs to crit all of it. Good start. Because then Zatlux can go here. Which is perfect. And now we have both spells up for this. And I think what we do, go ahead and pop the defense down here. And then we go ahead and pop the stun. And then just nuke. And then we just try to kill Blackhorn here with Zatlux ult. Boom. Solid start. Let's go for CCs. Hopefully we don't get deflected. We did. That's okay, I guess. Kind of needed that to hit, to be honest. That CR ult to hit. Alright, let's run it back. Let's try it again. Kickstarter got her Ascension 4. Nice. Alright, come on. No bonus turn from Zach, or maybe a curse proc from Nathalia. We got the curse proc. But we gave Zach 2 bonus turns. Rough. Alright, well, we lost that one. I'm liking this. Triple defense down. Okay. TA was a battle pass? Yeah, she was. Alright, there we go. No proc. No bonus turns. No bonus turns. That's perfect. This is perfect. Alright, this is over, I think. We can just basic CC. And we should not die here. We should not die here. Oh, okay, we need a crit from Nathalia, I guess. Alright, we're good. Now we got it. Now we got it. There we go. It just took a couple tries. 60 we have, or 70 we have Lightwing Zac triple wood characters. It'll actually be kind of difficult with our comp here. We're gonna keep Cyrus in though. We might not even need to use the Agile Leap spell. We could probably run Rage here, or Water Prison. But we'll keep the spells for now. Let's see. Pretty simple so far. We can just get to the boss fight pretty much. Here, did I at this point? I still have Crep here, but I keep making 6 stars. That's the rabbit hole, right? Is you progress in the game and you're like, oh, I want to make a bunch of 6 stars and test out all these characters. I mean, I don't know if that's how you think, but that's how I think. I'm like, I just want to play all these different characters. Let's just basic here and then hope. Actually, all right. Nice. Oh, we barely didn't kill. Ooh, okay. Right, let's go ahead and Agile Leap here and just see who we're gonna hit. Okay. Alright, let's just basic and just hopefully we can tank it out. Ooh, Nathalia's dead. There's no way. Alright. Okay, so I think what we do is we slow down one of these. We go ahead and hit that one in the back, and then we can Agile Leap to Nathalia. Ooh, that was kind of unlucky. Oh, that was pretty good though. Alright. Our Nathalia is super low, but that's okay. Somehow skipped the gear enhancement event. Oh, Buttness. Oh, Buttness. Alright, let's try this. Let's go ahead and just hit Antinua here. Ooh, we hit Lightwing Zack. We didn't get him to get a bonus turn. Let's get the defense down. Let's go ahead and apply the taunt here. No bonus turn there. Come on, Nathal. You can crit people. Alright, we got 2 crits there, which is actually not bad. Who do we refresh here? I think we refresh... I think we refresh Melissa here. Is this your free to play? Yeah, I mean, it's my main account. Which is free to play so far. Ooh, not quite enough damage. Let's go ahead and taunt. Love your set. Got Cyrus my lessons. Someone's love your guides on them. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Alright. Okay. We got quite lucky because Zach didn't pull a bonus turn, but kind of have to wait until you get that anyways, so. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves some speed up here so we can get another turn. Alright, let's just basic Anna here. And then let's basic. Hopefully we kill Antinua. Okay. So there's the invincible. So let's go ahead and basic. Let's basic here. Oh, this is unlucky. We're gonna have to use... Okay. So there's the first ability immunity. Cyrus might be able to just solo this. Let's go ahead and use the Agile Leap so we can refresh our cooldowns. Alright, we're just basic here. If we take one hit, though, we're probably dead. Ooh. Alright, come on. Get defense down. Come on. Ooh, we got it. Alright, let's ult. Come on. That's... Oh, 1%. Look at this. Someone was sitting there, and they're like, when have you ever gone past round 6 in Void Tower? We're on round 14, or round 13, baby. Let's go. Alright, so thank you for all for watching up to this point. You get to see some arena offense stall gameplay in the background here. But those of you that want to see some later of the Void Tower done, like 80 to or 87 to 100, let me know and I will record as much as I possibly can. If it's not that much, I won't put a video out on it. Obviously, I won't be able to push that far. But if you do want to see it, I'll try to get a video in the next couple days because it is resetting the next 5 days. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next one.